This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. I wanted to talk to you guys today about the movie and the toys Zeiram by Keita Amemiya. But first off, I wanted to make a little correction. So when I was doing those SIC figures, and I showed you this guy, and I showed you the big nasty grasshopper bug that he fights, and I said that I thought the movie was called Kamen Rider Black. Yeah, that was a screw up on my part. I knew I owned the movie, and I really liked the movie, but I don't know, I could not think of the title at the time. But it's called it's Kamen Rider ZO. So it's Kamen Rider ZO. And again, this is the same guy that did the movies that we're talking about today: Zeiram, Zeiram 2, Mirai Ninja, Moon Over Tao. You know, he was responsible for the way that the creatures looked in Shin Kamen Rider. He has a very distinct, awesome look for all of his creatures. He also did the Hakaida movie that I'm gonna show you something from today. So yeah, just wanted to make that little correction that it was not Kamen Rider Black, it was indeed Kamen Rider ZO. Alright. So, you know, this is Zeiram, the monster for which the movie is named. This is the movie. That's Zeiram in the background, and then this is like his stripped down version at the end of the movie when this bounty hunter chick, when she beats the hell out of him, when she beats him up so that pretty much all that's left of him is his helmet. The helmet, you know, regenerates, and it's this skinny skeleton-like version of him. This is Iria. She's the hero of the movie. These movies are a lot of fun. They've got that look that, you know, was in the other films I told you about. Amemiya has a very distinct style as far as his art goes. He's an illustrator and a director. This is part one. This is Zeiram. This is the alternate head he comes with. Let's see if I can. So he's got like these big bug teeth. And he's got like this electronic, like robotic eyepiece. Anyway, so yeah, here he is with his little bug pincers. And so basically, you know, he's all wrapped up with that big scarf, and all you see is his eye thing sticking out. And he's got this cool helmet with this neat little like kabuki face on it, and it's very steampunk-ish. Yeah, sort of steampunk. but a very Japanese flavored steampunk. It's got all these like little beads and intricate shit hanging off of him. Armor. This is like a spinal column that hangs down. Anyway, this piece, you can take this piece out and you put batteries in it. The eyepiece lights up, and you can swap out the heads so that you could display him with the scarf gone, and you could see his buggy, monstrous face. But I like him to look the way he looks in the majority of the movie. Like this mysterious badass. That is the Zeiram action figure. But way before the action figure, I had this vinyl model that I put together. Oops. It's neat in the movie, that little face. She opens her eyes, and the little mouth opens up, and it's filled with sharp, like razor sharp teeth. And it's got like a long neck. The head, that little face, that little head, it like shoots out like a little snake, and it can, it bites people and kills them. The cool thing is that this Zeiram monster, it's kind of like Giger's alien in so much that every time you see him, it can do different things, or it takes on a different appearance. You're like, well, what the fuck is it doing now? Kind of, like when it was with Alien, you were like, okay, it's an egg, and then it's a face hugger, and then it's a chest burster, and then it's a 7-foot-tall nightmare. Like, every time you saw it, it was something different. Well, the same thing with the Zeiram. Like, okay, it looks like this big humanoid thing, and then it's got this frickin' chest burster snake monster that pops out of its head, or he can create these little lesser goblin beings organically that are like his little minions, and then when he gets his ass handed to him, it's not over. The hat, the helmet, the hat piece generates this whole other body, like it's regenerating the monster just from some of its DNA left in the hat. Like, it's kind of like a cross between John Carpenter's The Thing and Alien, as far as like what that beast can do. It's a really cool little movie. You guys should check it out. So 3 years later, 3 years later in '94, part 2 came out. It's not as good as part 1, but it's still a lot of fun. I think she's prettier in this movie, area. But, okay, so I think the girl is better looking in this one, but the monster isn't. The monster has these big bunny rabbit ears in this version. He does look like that. So the hat is different. He looks more sort of streamlined in this version. But it did spawn a couple of figures. So this is Zeiram from the second movie. Yeah, he kind of looks like a fox or a bunny rabbit. I mean, a nasty bunny rabbit, but still, it's not as intimidating as the first incarnation of him. It's got a little face there in his chest. It's a cool design. You can tell his art style from a mile away. Like those SIC figures. You know, they've all got his distinct look. This is kind of a half-assed little action figure, though. He really doesn't stand great without the base. And it's just sort of a little... It's got that rubbery feel to it. Like it's kind of like cheap feeling plastic. He's got like... That arm moves. This arm doesn't. I don't know. It's okay. It's a nice little representation of the creature from the second film. It's not like a gorgeous action figure like this one that frickin' has a light up visor and is posable. Oh wait, I didn't even show you guys. I'm sorry. So like you can take the cape off and there he is. So see, he's got all those like little buggy feet all over his chest, and it matches his nasty face. So this is another look that you can have for the action figure. And he's, you know, he's an action figure. He's got a lot of points of articulations, very nicely done. That is just like a glorified PVC little figure. Anyway, that's from part 2. And also from part 2, here's Iria. Now, I do like the sort of steampunky, like they've got all this ornate stuff on them. I mean, stuff that doesn't look so much functional as it's just freaking cool to look at. She's got these little glasses that come off. Sort of style over substance, you know what I mean? Like, it sure looks great. Don't know what a lot of it does, but that's not the point. The point is that it looks amazing. So that's Iria. That's the hero, the badass bounty hunter that comes to kill Zeiram in both movies. The same year that part 2 came out, there's also a anime that came out featuring an anime version of her. And yeah, that came out in '94. Okay, I've got 2 other figures from the mind of Keita Amemiya. This is another movie he did. So this is Hakaida, and Hakaida is, or was, the bad guy from Keita. Keita and Keita 01 are two Japanese TV shows about an android. He's like red on one side and blue on the other. And it's basically like the story of Pinocchio, except with a lot of martial arts and motorcycle riding added in. And he's an android looking for his soul. Both of them are. Keita and Keita 01. They're both decent, good androids looking for their souls. There's a bad guy in it, a cyborg nasty villain called Hakaida. Well, the character was so damn popular that when it came time to make a movie, the company in charge said that more people liked the villain than they did the hero. So they decided to make a movie starring Hakaida as like an anti-hero. I mean, you can't go full-blown hero, but he's an anti-hero. He's basically the good guy in the movie. And it's a really cool movie. I have a copy of it, not the greatest quality, but you guys can go to YouTube, and the director's cut of the movie is actually, you can remove this, show his brain, plugs back in. Anyway, you guys can type up Hakaida, and it's a fun movie. It's violent. It's, cyborgs, androids beating the shit out of other androids. It's fun. It's bloody. It's a lot of explosions and martial arts and cool creatures destroying each other. It's a good time. So this is an SIC figure, and like the other ones I showed you, he's got metal feet that help him stand. But this figure, he's got this rubber cape that can come off. This figure, his articulation is almost, it's hardly there. It's like his arms can move, and his head, okay. His head moves, but that's about it. Okay, so it looks like his head is on a ball joint, so you do get some movement there. And you can remove him from his base. He comes off of his base. Let me put his cape back on him, make him look all regal. It comes with this cool brain in a case. And then he's got an alternate left hand with this bitchin' gun that is super powerful in the movie. I think one of the bad guys tries to fire the gun and blows his own arm off from the recoil because he's not powerful enough to hold it, because he's not Hakaida. But it's another fun movie created by Amemiya, and it's got his distinct look and his distinct flavor. And the last piece that I was going to show you is from a TV series that Amemiya has created, and I've probably seen 5 or 6 episodes. I own one of the movies, because there's a long-running TV series, but then there's also movies that come out, theatrical movies, and it's called Garo, Garo. And see, you can tell his style. It's like this crazy Japanese mixed with European, sort of like it's like over the top European sort of knights in armor sort of look, but with a distinct Japanese flavor. I don't know, it's awesome. It's not like anything else, but it's instantly recognizable as his stuff. So this is I forget what this character's name is. So Garo is like a golden version of this like wolf character, and this one is silver. And I don't remember if this is Garo in another form or if this is another knight. Because, you know, Star Wars has its Jedi Knights. Well, in this Garo universe, they've got their own legendary knights that fight for good, and they're dressed up in this wolf armor. Anyway, yeah, I'm not the hugest Garo fan because it uses lots of CGI, but the costumes and the designs are beautiful. And I do like the one movie that I own. It's decent. It's a fun time. Interesting monster designs. And yeah, that is all from Keita Amemiya. And you guys, if you like his stuff, you would also like Mirai Ninja. It's a futuristic robot, you know, a cyborg ninja. Moon over Tau. Shin Kamen Rider ZO. The guy's got a long list of movies and creations that he's responsible for. I think if I were you, I would dive in first with Zeiram and give it a shot, see how you guys like it, and then you guys can go from there. But I dig it. I dig his style. So when I was talking to you guys about that wave of monster films from the, you know, like the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, you know, he was responsible for a lot of it. He has a distinct look and style, all his own, and we need more of that. Put Zeiram back into his pose that I like him in. All right, guys, thanks for stopping back by. I'll talk to you guys later.